Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a little editing. This is going to be an edit with Nash series that I start on my channel where I am going to do videos relevant to my passion and profession career that I'm seeking to be a video editor. I want to be able to show you guys different tutorials, tips, tricks, and share my journey as, you know, I'm about to graduate film school in the next few months. Today we are going to learn how to edit a thumbnail for your YouTube video, and thumbnails for a video is so important, and it might even be more important than the title that you create, because the thumbnail for your YouTube video is like the book cover of a book. It's the first thing that a person comes across when seeing your video, whether it's in a recommended or if it pops up on a home screen or in their subscription feed. Your thumbnail can share a little sneak peek of what's in the video without giving it all away, enough for someone to want to click it and keep watching and see what's actually going to happen in the video. Today we're going to edit the thumbnail for this video that you're watching, and if you found this video and clicked it because of the thumbnail, let me know down below. So without further ado, for this thumbnail tutorial we are going to be using Photoshop, and then at the end of the video I'm going to show you guys some free and easier resources to use if you don't have access to Photoshop or the Adobe Creative Suite. Before we begin, thumbs up, subscribe down below. It really supports my channel and helps me out as a content creator. So just show me some love, follow me on Instagram, and let me show you how to make a pretty cool YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so for the sake of today's video, I'm going to show you the more simple way to edit a very basic thumbnail that's just like a photo and some text and graphics. If you guys want a part 2 of this video where I show you guys how to edit my favorite thumbnail, which is like the collage and just a bunch of stuff going on, make sure you like this video and let me know down below, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on that. For me, whenever I'm doing a sit down talk video, I like to record a clip where I'm just doing different poses, and then when I go on my computer I will just take a screen grab of it, and it's perfect because it's already going to be in the dimensions of a YouTube thumbnail, which, if you didn't know, is 1920 by 1080. Okay, so I always like to organize my videos with like pictures and footage, and if you are doing a video that's not a sit down, I would recommend taking photos along the way throughout your day. Like if you're showing food, have a nice picture of the food and stuff like that to be able to showcase in the thumbnail, which is what I would go more into detail with in the part 2 of this video where we do a more collage type thumbnail. But let's keep it simple today since we're just doing a regular photo. I had already went through the clip of my poses, and I took a screen grab of this because I feel like it looked pretty good. And homegirl, I just look like a vampire. I need to really go get some sun because I haven't been this pale. We're going to create a new project, and I like Adobe Photoshop because they already have like templates for the sizes. They also have like different kinds of templates you can use to make stuff, but for this YouTube thumbnail it's going to be 1920 by 1080, or here where I have a custom one, but they have one here, HD TV 1080p. So you're going to click that, you're going to title your project so you keep everything nice and organized. This is going to be thumbnail tutorial. So whenever you open up an Adobe project, I have these guiding lines here. It helps me keep everything leveled. First thing I like to do is unlock the background. Simple. Because then I can change this background photo if I want to. But like I said, we're just going to be doing a simple thumbnail where we're bringing in a photo already within the size. So we're gonna bring it in, we're gonna line it up how you want, and Adobe is really good at like helping you see if your photo is centered. Boom, that's our background. And because this is gonna be the background, you can do this if you want to, but if you don't, it's fine. I'm gonna go here to the adjustment area, and we're just gonna, you know, play with the levels. Now that we have our background situated, you do whatever you want in terms of color and layout. Now I'm going to bring in the photos that I want to have in the thumbnail. So I'm gonna bring in 2 thumbnails, and it's gonna come in already in that size. So we're gonna make it, I want to try to fit 2 in here, so make it a little smaller, turn it a little bit, and there we go, boom. That's number 1. So, you know, just play around with the sizing, put it in there. We'll, you know, adjust them to make sure they both fit and they're both going to be seen. And you kind of just have to find your style with the thumbnails. Like, I would suggest not making thumbnails that look like every other thumbnail out there, because you want your thumbnails to stand out. And there's a lot of creators that make thumbnails very similarly, and I really don't recommend that, because then everything's gonna just blend in. So I have the thumbnails there. I'm leaving some space because I want to put some text in there. Of course, like, I just keep sizing things and changing my mind as I go. I always go into the thumbnail process with a very general idea, and then I always change things up. Okay, so actually we have our graphics here. We're gonna put them to the side because I want to put the text, and obviously the text is going to be something that should stand out. So you're going to click your text tool. It's set at the last font that I used. The title of the video is going to be how to make a YouTube thumbnail. Don't be afraid to use different fonts and styles in your thumbnails. It's fun. You should put as much effort in creating a thumbnail that you would in editing a video, because it's just as important. So let's type how to, because I want to break it up. How to make, and then we're gonna adjust the size. We gotta have some space here because I have these graphics here. We are going to, I'm still gotta figure that out, but I need to have space for the text. Also, there is a website that I really like to go on to find different fonts. It's called thefont.com, and they have free downloads of a bunch of different types of fonts. I get all of my fonts from there. You can like go through all of these different categories that they have and find pretty cool ones. They have script, they have literally any type of font. They even have like Harry Potter font, Disney font. It's pretty cool. So check that out if you want to, you know, you make your thumbnails, and you can use these in your videos as well. And we're gonna hit Command J. That's gonna duplicate the text, and then how to make, I'm gonna do YouTube thumbnail. YouTube thumbnail. So now that I'm looking at it, and this is all a process of like yes and no's, what I'm gonna do is a little trick that I like to do, which is making copies of the photo and just elongating it so that you can see more of the background. You'll see what I mean when I put it back. So I have this there, and I can move it, and it looks like a duplicate there, but honestly if I just move like that, like you just keep moving the background photo to where it's like not obvious that you're using extra space. And if it, at the end of the day also, it doesn't matter because you're going to cover it up with graphics. But so I can do that. A lot of the times when I'm making thumbnails, if I'm like mentioning brands or whatever, I will go to Google and type in like their logo PNG. That's all Creative Commons, I believe, so you can't really get in trouble for using that because you're talking about and showcasing the software, the whatever. So my method is a little bit all over the place, but I kind of just keep playing around with all of the different assets until I find one that I like. And I just want the Photoshop to be there in the corner. I'm also going to go here to effects and add a drop shadow on it so it can stick out a little bit more. How to make a YouTube thumbnail. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep that text. I have my favorites on my Adobe are the ones that I've uploaded myself. So there's a feature here where when you're in the text, like the typing tool, you go here to this T with the swerve under, and you can warp the text. You can add an arc, which I've done before. You can do the flag, which is very popular, which I'm thinking if I want to do like a little something. I changed my mind again, and that's okay. We're going to do none, put it back to normal, because this one we can move it to like have an angle, you know what I mean? We can even make it smaller, because I feel like the main part is the YouTube thumbnail that needs to be big. And if we wanted to, we could like move this stuff and have this up here and change the direction. And text can overlap your graphics, all that jazz. So next thing I want to do is to make these pop out a little bit more. We could even change the amount of the bend so that it's not too much. Let's see. I like that better. Boom. See, it's literally a process of you try it, you see if you like it. If not, you move it, you do stuff, you play with it. So I like it so far, but we're gonna add some stuff to give it some extra details. We are going to go into the effects over here again, and we're gonna do drop shadow. I feel like that is a great way to make your text pop, and once you do it, once the program will like save your settings, and then you can play around with how dark you want the shadow to be, how light. I kind of do like a middle. You can play around with the distance and all that. I like it to be right up on there, and this really helps too when you do the collage types of thumbnails to help the text pop out. For these thumbnails, we can either do a drop shadow to make them stand out a little bit, which that's an option, or I was thinking of doing the rectangle tool, making a rectangle about the size in a different color, and you know, arranging the layers to put it underneath the thumbnail like as a border. So you just change it up. Hold on, you gotta line it up, and then because both of the photos are about the same size, we can Command J on the rectangle. It'll make another one. Oh shoot, make sure you are on the right layer when you are gonna move stuff. And it happened again, that's fine. Sometimes I just gotta move stuff out of the way. Let's just put it on the top layer. Okay, there we go. We'll move this one back to where she was. If it's easier for you, you can lock the layers as you go if you don't want stuff to move around. But we're going to put this one behind that one and line it up and just do the same thing. Okay, so it can look like that, and then on the white triangles you can go in and do the drop shadow so they pop out. There we go, and it pops out a little bit more. And what I would probably do, turn off the other layers, because what we're gonna do right now is click gut right click, we're gonna merge visible, and it's only gonna merge the two, and we're gonna do the same thing with that so that they become one, and when I move them around or change anything, it's gonna happen to them together as a unit, and not, I won't have to do things to each separate piece. We could turn everything back on. I was just doing that because I was thinking of moving this around, and I didn't want to have to, you know, do that thing again where I like have to move around stuff on accident. Alright, so that is the finished thumbnail. I like it. I think it looks great, and I don't know, let me know what you guys think. So that was the point. I hope that, I know it was a little bit all over the place. I thought it would be fun to bring you guys through my process of editing a thumbnail. This is, again, like I said, part one, simple thumbnail with just one photo, text and graphics. The next thumbnail tutorial I will do will be for like a collage, more difficult, a lot of things going on type of thumbnail that I love. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to see more. If there are any other tutorial type things you want to see, like editing regular photos, editing a video, editing social media content. Let me know down below because I can make those kinds of videos for you if you want to see them. But yeah, and I also made an editing Instagram page, so if you want to follow more like editing specific content, check me out on there. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next weekend. Bye.
No.